Pencils down! Pencils down. Aquí estamos. Un otro Ramble. 330.
330.
3 should be a momentous episode.
Should be a crowning achievement for the Ramble.
Would you call this an all hands on decker?
I would.
Cody's not here.
What?
You know where he is.
No,
You know where he is.
live basking in the afterglow at Mar-a-Lago.
Of the former guy's announcement to now be the new guy. The Make America Great Again.
Cody is he's slaying. This has been the busiest month
Of his life. You know what I'm worried about? Him being a critic. How's he going to screen movies right now?
When do you have time to watch the movies?
I think he only goes to movies to blink Marjorie Taylor Greene.
That's probably the only quiet time he's got.
Right. It's just getting film head from her.
Which is the only way you could get it, because you would need a distraction.
You would need. Do we even dare sully the other names in the Stall of Fame by throwing her as a?
Oh, I don't want. That is such a prestigious hall of champions that I don't.
Is she our Pete Rose?
I don't want.
Like
lifetime ban.
There's no
deserves
question.
to be in.
There is no question.
Deserves to be in.
There is no question. She clears out rooms with her shits.
Absolutely.
But are we going to Pete Rose her?
We may have to Pete Rose. She deserves to be in, but not in my hall.
Right. Not in my hall.
Not in my stall. Not in my stall.
We've Pete Rose, Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Because, she undoubtedly clears rooms.
Oh, there's no
absolutely.
Question. Anytime a woman looks just like Roger Waters from Pink Floyd, there's zero question. You know.
And she's into CrossFit. You know.
You know it. You fucking know it. Hold on, let me just see, Eddie. I gotta, bad on me.
Bad on you.
I haven't even checked to see if there's been any motion.
Come on.
In our, you know where I'm going with this. Do we even bother to get disappointed, or
pleasantly surprised?
Pleasantly surprised. We do have our European champion is Gemma.
Gemma, of course.
No question. It's still Seahawks 1987.
All right.
Two-time. Is he now gonna fucking DiMaggio this?
He's our first repeat champion.
He's our first repeat champion.
I didn't even think that was possible, but
who thought? And now is he going to DiMaggio this?
But he'll climb the hill again.
He will. Before we get officially started.
Yeah. Before we dig in.
Mm-hmm. I had did I have a nostalgic trip yesterday. So the day that we are recording this is the day I got my second opinion, by the way. Got to keep the Ramblers up to speed.
Keep them in the loop.
It went very well. And Andre and I, it looks like we're going to go ahead and.
So it's not cancer, it's AIDS.
It's AIDS.
Okay,
so
that's
a new kind.
So it wasn't cancer at all.
No, it's just AIDS. It makes your dick bigger. So we're all very positive about this.
That's good. That's good news.
Yeah,
good to hear.
So we're going to go with City of Hope's treatment. Now here's the thing, and I talked to Eddie about this. Oh, honey. You might want to be here for this. Just real quick. I mean, just one more. You can go. She's watching the final episode of The Crown. The newest season of The Crown. Okay? And, before we get in, so I'll just tell you this real quick. Here's what Eddie and I are hoping for, and then we'll talk about The Crown, and then we'll talk about the other thing. But first, what Eddie and I are hopeful for, honey, is that my treatments with chemo are on Wednesdays.
Wednesdays. Pushing for Wednesdays.
We're pushing for Wednesday morning, and then Eddie will take me and then pick me up. Do you get it? And right in time for Frankenson to open.
3 o'clock.
Motherfucker. Oh, that's what's up.
Who do you think you are? We are.
Who do you think you are? We are. That's it. Right until every third week we go ease on down the road, right to Frankenson. Huh?
Now, question.
Yeah.
Are you going to do all
and
these
she cuts us a blank check to spend Frankenstein.
Oh, just give us the credit card, no questions asked.
Just give us a credit card, no questions asked. So, what were you going to ask, Eddie?
Do you go to chemo, since we're going to line this up with Frankenson?
Yes.
Do you go to chemo dressed as Starman every time?
Every time do I go to chemo dressed as Starman. Yes, with the face paint and
I
everything.
pick you up as the Amazon.
Yes.
We go to Fry.
And if I don't like what the doctor's telling me, you just start biting him like the Amazon. Anyway.
I'll just bite his face, and then
Bite
you
his
star
face.
kick him.
Boom. And
Or a star press, whatever you have to
it's
do.
over. It's over. It's over. So she's watching the final episode of season 5, I think, of The Crown.
She can't wait for Diana to die, right?
This has to be where they whack her.
That's what she wants.
This has to be where Diana gets whacked, right? Don't you think?
I mean, it's got to.
Where else do you... I mean, it's leading up to it. They've already introduced the Egyptian dude she was banging.
Oh.
I mean, what... Come on. They already had that moment where they're talking to somebody else, but I think it was the Queen drops a little nugget of, well, you cannot get remarried unless your spouse is dead. That was the wonder where they're going with this, huh? Now, I wonder if Andrea would lose interest in the show, if it would all be over, if the way they show that is Diana's death, is you just see a shot of Queen Elizabeth smoking a cigarette, walking out of that tunnel in France. She just presses a button. There's a giant explosion behind her, and she just keeps walking, like out of frame.
Or they just cut into Fantasy Island when Hervé Villachez jumps his car.
They just show the Hervé. Tattoo, look out!
That's what they do. Could you imagine?
How quick does that show just tank? That's how they depict one of the greatest humanitarians of our time. If that's how they depict her death, is they just show the tattoo car shooting over the place.
They just, goosh.
They just ran out of money at the 0 hour. Like, look, we had... Everything was all set, and the budget we ran out of money.
They pulled the plug on us last minute.
To those who don't know what we're talking about, please go see the most recent Ramble Radio, even though it's video, even though it's also radio, on our YouTube channel, and you'll know what we're talking about.
Oh.
Is that what they...
His little car just hitting a bush and flipping over. What's the reaction on Twitter when that happens?
What happens? Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck.
Highest rated show of all time.
Does any show get killed quick? Right. And to us, it's the greatest achievement in television history. But to the layman, that would probably be the worst show.
Just all the fans of the royal family that tune in to watch the show. And
What
just,
the fuck?
What is fucking happening here?
Diana's in the car, like, what's going on? It's getting tenser. It's getting more tense.
You see the car go into the tunnel, just
They
cut.
go into the it just cuts to her. Holy shit. Do we call it now? Was that Ramble 330? Is that what else? What else? Are we
That's a walk-off shot, baby.
Eddie, you just mic dropped Ramble 330 with that. You just fucking.
What's the point of doing anything?
What's the point? That was Bonds breaking the home run record. Just arms up, it's over. Just watch that motherfucker fly out of here. That's it. It's just the Hervé Villachez. Oh shit. Oh fuck. So,
but we'll power through. We'll finish.
We'll power through.
But just know we've peaked.
We've peaked. Now, I saw something last night. Took a trip down memory lane, and I saw I think the American Princess Diana. She was in it.
Oh.
I saw the Royal Rumble.
Oh, Miss Elizabeth.
Miss Elizabeth. You knew. You
I know.
knew the American Princess Diana, Miss Elizabeth. I mean,
Right.
there's no. That's
They
it.
they actually called Princess Diana
The
Miss
British
Elizabeth.
Miss
the
Elizabeth.
British
She
the
was
British,
British
Miss Elizabeth. Yeah.
Did anyone sell a better? Did anyone do a better job of acting with the? Oh God, what's going on?
Yeah.
Than Miss Elizabeth.
And then she did great with the "Please don't hit me" face.
The please don't hit me face, and the oh God, what's going on?
Just the
oh no.
Fuck!
All right, there we go.
Ah.
So I watched it, and that okay. Is that now the Rumbles are? I think the Royal Rumble is probably still the most fun night in pro wrestling because of the returning superstars.
Yeah, you don't know who's coming out. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think anything's going to beat that Royal Rumble. Was it 89 or 90? The Axe is first.
I
then
believe it was
Smash,
90. So
then
when Hogan
Andre.
won it,
No,
right?
no,
Wait.
You remember? Come on. Who I think posthumous should be nominated. Who won?
Big John
for
Studd.
Yes,
John
I think
Studd.
he should be nominated for the stall.
Yeah.
Posthumous, Big John Studd.
Yeah.
That guy probably looked like he definitely cleaned out. I was so excited as a kid, that Royal Rumble, because Brutus the Barber was my favorite. And he almost had a shot. I think he was in the final 5 or around there.
Yeah.
He lasted. I was like, fuck, Brutus might pull this off. But that was that was
the night I fell in love with Demolition. That was like when they came out and they
was
boys
the
were like,
best,
that's
the
my
best
favorite tag team.
opening ever. It was
my favorite tag
dude,
team.
I forgot how over Michaels and Jannetty were.
Oh, the Rockers
Dude,
were huge.
when Michaels came out, it was almost when he was Shawn Michaels level pop that he got. And same with Jannetty.
Jannetty was big too, but I think Michaels was the better in-ring guy, and that's why McMahon was like, "Yeah, I'm going to ride that dude."
But dude, the pop for him, I'm surprised they waited as long as they did. You know what I mean? Because his entrance at that Royal Rumble was like, God damn, this is like, it was huge. And the other one was, they gave Perfect a push. Remember, he lasted like 30 minutes, I think. He lasted forever.
Well, they really built him up, and then they really didn't pay it off at all when his match with Hogan.
They should have, because
they built him up for a long time.
I don't know.
Like the Perfect Plex was inescapable. No one could break out of that thing.
And
Hogan did it.
I don't know who the better. I think in our generation of watching pro wrestling, I think is when the greatest ever was probably around. No offense to the older and no offense to the newer guys, but I think the greatest to ever do it. I think it's got to be this mix of it's either Perfect, Macho Man, Bret Hart, or Michaels, right? I mean, it's probably one of those 4 that were just in every way captivated you. In every way. Perfect, you fucking hated him.
Yeah.
You fucking hated him, but he was great on the mic. He was great. Same with Macho Man. When you loved him, you loved him. When you hated him, you hated him. Same thing with Shawn Michaels. And same thing with Bret Hart. He was such a great heel. He was such a great face.
Bret Hart's only problem was his mic skills.
His mic. He was the only one who wasn't as good on the mic.
He was the only one out of those 4 that could not hold it on the mic.
Did not have the mic. I mean, maybe Flair. Flair was up there too, but I don't know, dude. I think...
I mean, Sting was great too.
Sting was fucking amazing. Yeah,
back in those days.
I think it's just a bummer that Sting never got in his prime.
And Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. Don't forget about Hot Stuff. Don't forget about Hot Stuff.
Who was the guy that Beefcake cut his hair? He was in that. The Outlaw something. What was that guy's name? He was like the 5th one in that Rumble. God damn it! I'm looking this guy up.
Butch Reed, Outlaw Butch Reed.
The Outlaw Butch Reed. Hey, come on. Come on. I mean, it was.
Or was it Wildfire Tommy Blaze? Was that who? Wildfire Tommy Rich. Wildfire Tommy Rich.
And I mean, I just.
Who had the body of a middle school history teacher. Wildfire Tommy Rich.
You know who gets credit, though, for not having the body? Really? He had the size, but was amazing, was DiBiase.
Yeah.
DiBiase, he wasn't as huge. I mean, granted,
Yeah.
He would kill any of us by flicking it. You
Oh.
know what I mean? But compared to the dudes he was in the ring against, he did not have the most outstanding physique. You know what I
No.
mean? But fuck, was he amazing. DiBiase might be up there too. He just never really got a push as a face, did he?
There you go. Wildfire Tommy Rich.
There
Look
it
at
is!
Look at that haircut.
Look at
those
that.
bangs.
But
Might get a full
DiBiase
body
just
shot.
never got. He was never a face during our time, was he?
No, $1 Million Man
ever.
He was always a heel.
Because he was so good.
He was a great heel. He's one of those
He
guys
was
you could not have. He had to be a heel. You had
You
to have
can't
him as a heel.
root for that.
I mean, look at the definition on Wildfire. Wildfire Tommy Rich, NWA champion.
That's, man, amazing. Amazing. It was, dude, that was a great fucking Royal Rumble.
Yeah,
I
it was.
mean, you had the only problem with it, I still think it was my favorite because of the opening, right?
Yeah.
But I think the only problem was it gets extremely anticlimactic when you realize it's down to Big John Studd and the $1 Million Man.
Yeah.
Like it
You're
kind
like,
of,
all right.
it just,
And then
you
he
know what
tries
I mean?
to pay him
Like-
off, and he just throws him out of the ring.
yeah, it really, like, I think the ending should have been that late middle part when the mega powers explode.
Yeah.
It should have ended where Hogan throws Macho and Bad News out.
And Hogan
right?
wins it.
And wins it. And then Macho gets pissed. And they kind of make up, but not, you know what I mean? But not really. Because it had all the hallmarks with the exception of the returning legend. It had everything else. It had the comic relief with the Bushwhackers. It even had...
Right.
The other kind of comic relief when the fucking warlord just does the pose, steps into the ring, and then
And
Hogan
gets knocked.
immediately clotheslines him out. Like, they had all that. But it just didn't have, like, I just think it hurts.
Which didn't make sense because they did not give Big John Studd a huge push after that.
That's what my neck, did we
Which
ever
made
see
no
him again
sense.
after that?
He may have wrestled a couple times. I don't know if there was
Right.
health problems or whatnot.
Right.
But
Because he already had the feud with Andre. That was like 5 years before that.
yeah,
Rumble, wasn't it?
this was his return to the
Yeah,
WWF.
like he had already had the feud with Andre, like that. And where else do you go with Big John Studd but either Hogan or Andre?
Right, and I don't know. It looked like at the time they were getting ready to do a feud between They were building the feud between Hogan and Macho Man, obviously.
Yes,
So what were you
that
going to do with
headlined
Big John
WrestleMania.
Studd?
I don't
What are you
know.
going to do with Big John Studd?
Was Big John Studd even at WrestleMania 5? I don't remember seeing him in a match then.
I don't remember the
Maybe,
card. I don't
because
remember
I
the full
remember-
card.
DiBiase Beefcake, remember that was a draw. I remember that. It was, I think WrestleMania 5. Is that when Martel betrayed Tito Santana? But the main event for 5 was Hogan Macho. If I'm not right, that was 5, was the Mega Powers Explode.
Yeah.
And I don't think Big John Studd,
I don't know if he was on that card or not.
yeah, and that was, a few months later? Tops? Because it
Well,
was
usually that was in January, into January, I
April.
believe.
And then
No, but
April.
Royal Rumble, then April.
Yeah,
So, like,
April. So we have like 5 months or whatever, and then that was it.
oh, here's the
like-
card. Hercules defeated King Haku.
Yes, that was like the opener, right?
Yeah. Twin Towers defeated the Rockers.
That's right.
Yeah. Brutus Beefcake, double count out with
Double- I
Ted
remember that.
DiBiase.
Yep. And then the Bushwhackers.
Beat the Fabulous Rougeau brothers.
Yep.
Mr. Perfect defeated the Blue Blazer.
Was that one of Owen's first?
As the Blue Blazer, I believe.
Yeah, I think that was right because
He wasn't
Blue
Owen
Blazer
Hart.
the whole time, right? He
Yeah,
was
he didn't-
always the Blue Blazer, wasn't he?
Yeah, and he didn't come out as
Yeah.
Owen Hart until, like, I
90s.
think early, mid-90s.
Yeah. That's right.
I believe. And then Demolition beat Powers of Pain.
How awesome was that? That was for the belt, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was because Mr. Fuji was now managing Powers of
Yes,
Pain.
that was fucking great.
And Demolition were the faces, whereas WrestleMania 4, Demolition was with Fuji, and they beat Strike Force.
Right.
Brainbusters beat Strike Force, and that is the match, I think, that broke up Strike Force.
That's a one. That's
The
where
Brainbusters
Martel
are Strike
abandons. And then we had Dino. Didn't Dino Bravo beat somebody too?
Jake Roberts defeated Andre the Giant by DQ.
Yeah.
Heart Foundation beat, Rhythm and Blues.
Rhythm and
Oh,
Blues.
that's too bad. Rick Rude defeated the Ultimate Warrior for the Intercontinental title.
Right. Right?
Bad News Brown and Jim Duggan ended in a double DQ.
That's right. That was when Hacksaw had the big thing of snot coming out of his nose.
Yeah. And then the lowest point for Terry Taylor, the Red
Bobby the
Rooster,
Brain.
defeated Bobby the Brain Heenan.
But didn't Dino Bravo and Rugged Ronnie Garvin have a match?
Not on this card. And then Hogan defeated Savage.
Are you sure?
Not according to Wikipedia.
Wait, go. I thought they were in the middle.
Oh, here you go. Jake Roberts defeats Andre the Giant in a singles match, or by DQ, but Big John Studd was the special guest referee.
Ah, that was his moment. That was it.
Yeah.
But no, are you look at that thing? I'm pretty sure somewhere in the middle. I guarantee you.
Unless it was a dark match.
No, because I remember Garvin.
Oh wait, Dino Bravo does defeat Ronnie Garvin.
With what was Dino Bravo's manager? What was
Frenchie Martin?
Frenchie Martin. But I think wasn't that after the match where Garvin hits him and does his stomp on? He did a stomp on him on Frenchie, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Frenchie had the beret.
Yes, on Frenchie Martin. Let me tell you, you know what the saddest thing about that Royal Rumble was, though, was you were already starting to see Monsoon kind of slip a little. Boy, did he lose track of every fucking wrestler who was in that. It was like my aunt watching The Departed and getting DiCaprio and Matt Damon confused every 2 minutes.
And you keep saying, it's pandemonium.
It's pandemonium. And the bodies having to just sit there and it was so funny. I don't know what number this is. I think we're at 25, Jess. It was just.
I wish you were McMahon.
Oh man!
But they must have been trying to build a matchup for Big John Studd versus Andre the Giant, and he must have been hurt. He must have had an injury.
Something must have happened
to make him the special guest referee. He must have had an injury.
He must have been hurt.
That's the only reason, and just couldn't compete.
Stud. Well, dude, Eddie, it's music time, my guy. Even though there's no music.
No music.
But we dedicate this to the Red Wave.
Yeah,
is that
the Red Wave? And the new Red Wave that's going to be coming in 2024.
This song is dedicated to the Red Wave and I guess the GOP. Turn out the lights, the party's over. They say that all good things must end. Call it a night. The party's over, and tomorrow starts the same old thing again. There we go. Bam, huh?
Kind of does start the same old thing again.
It sure did.
Wow. How prophetic.
Did you see the people protesting fucking DeSantis outside Trump Tower? There's 40 Trumpers stepping on a DeSantis flag.
Just put bags over your head and jump in water at that point. I mean, what the fuck is wrong with you people?
What is it? It's so fucking stupid.
Fucking stupid.
It is.
Oh my god.
Oh man. But hey, it's gonna get uglier before it gets any prettier, my friend. Over there. Over there.
Super ugly.
By the way, I think it's gonna get bad. This is Ramble 330, by the way, Eddie. 330. Brian Seahawks fan 87. Hill is still king of the hill. We have an email. I don't know if you know you can email us. Do you know that?
I've heard rumors.
Yeah, ramble at theramblepod.com. We have a Twitter at podcastramble1, Instagram at podcastramble.
Okay.
The TeePublic page.
It's there.
It's there.
Get that Ramble merch.
132 5-star ratings. We'd like to inch those numbers up.
So I'd like to be in the 200s with those. That'd be nice.
By now,
to be in the 200s?
We should have as many for as many episodes.
Right.
We should be at 335 star reviews. And I look at the numbers. I know that there's more than 330 people listening. So go fucking rate us on iTunes. Pretty please. The American Dream, Dustin Jacobs. He says, Shaun of the Dead. I'm kicking myself because I love that film. So fucking good. University of Georgia football versus Jesus. Georgia decides the fate of the country and where their true allegiance lies. There are 3 symbols that you see all over Georgia: the Confederate battle flag, the cross, and the G for UGA. Where does the home state allegiance lie? At the moment, Georgia can't secede. So it comes down to this: loving them some Jesus or bark, bark, bark. How about them dogs? That's a rough place to be. Dustin, we're all very happy you're in LA.
You made it out alive, man.
Wildcat 626, Jerry, Eddie, fuck any and all ramblers and retro game store jerk-offs that don't recognize those pro wrestling costumes as the best in that. You ready? I'm not saying it was
You're not saying
like this, but this is what I'm gonna interpret in that rigged contest Who are these millennial or Zoom generation fucks that have never seen the Starman make a clean pin or chomp the shit out of an opponent's head as the Amazon? Maybe they need some Netflix series or hipster indie comic book adaptation to appreciate the 8-bit glory that was wonderful. Great thing, pro wrestling, a wonderful thing. Goddamn children. Sonic?
Yeah.
Fuck Sonic?
I mean, he just went in the store and bought a Sonic the Hedgehog costume.
We're just saying.
I mean, that's that. How do you win a contest like that? What the fuck, man? The whole point of a costume contest is to build your costume.
Thank you. Anyone suggesting that Sonic would have been a better choice and go fuck the narrow exposed.
Had that dude built that Sonic, then yeah, fuck, you win. If you
wins.
built that costume, but you
wins.
did not build that costume.
He said, "Oh, this is rough. They can fuck the narrow exposed shallow slit of their dirty horse Sega Genesis console and cream pie that shit into the point of breaking that garbage. Fuck Sonic. Fuck the Ramblers. Fuck cancer. Fight Jerry, fight. Thank you, Wildcat 626.
Wildcat 626, bringing the heat.
Bringing it. I mean,
bringing that giant panther heat.
Whoa, that was giant panther heat. My God,
giant panther heat.
Giant panther heat. The American Dream, Dustin Jacobs. We're already at the Hall of Fame head.
Let's fucking do it, man.
He says Joker. Any other DC villain won 2 Oscars? That's a good point.
That's a pretty solid argument.
Should it be 3 with Nicholson?
I would give him my vote.
Do we see who won? Dare I see? Let's see. What year?
That year?
89 or 90?
89. That was 89.
Yeah.
Batman 89. I don't even know what movies were. What were the movies that came out that year?
Exactly. Exactly. Let's see. Would it be the Oscars in 1990? Yes, right?
Yeah. It'd be the 1990 Oscars.
Let's see. 1990.
Because Batman came out in the summer of 89.
We're going to get mad, I think. We're going to get mad. Best Director, Oliver Stone for Born on the 4th of July. Best Picture, Driving Miss Daisy. Oh.
Okay.
Oh, man.
What?
Wow. I'm going to give you Best Supporting Actor.
Okay.
Denzel Washington in Glory. No question.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
No
yeah.
question.
Yeah.
No question. Do you want to see the Best Actors?
Yeah, lay 'em on me. 89.
89. You have Robin Williams for Dead Poet Society. Morgan Freeman for Driving Miss Daisy.
Okay.
Tom Cruise for Born on the 4th of July.
Right.
Kenneth Branagh as Henry V. And your winner, Daniel Day-Lewis for My Left Foot. No Jack for the Joker there.
Who was the list of the best supporting actors? Does it say?
It was Danny Aiello for Do the Right Thing. That's a tough one to fight against.
That's a good one.
Dan Aykroyd for Driving Miss Daisy. He gets that for Ghostbusters alone.
Yeah.
Marlon
That's a makeup
Brando
for
for a Dry White Season, and Martin Landau for Crimes and Misdemeanors. He wins for Ed Wood like 3 years later. What the fuck?
Yeah.
You couldn't give Jack that one?
Well, Jack has won. It's not like Jack is bereft of Oscar love.
Just you don't think you think he should have had a shot there?
Yeah. But the world wasn't ready to nominate for superhero. Like it wasn't
right. Do you know
we
what
weren't there yet?
You know what I mean, my God, you know what else got left out?
What?
Best Picture.
What is that?
Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. I mean,
give me that any day over Driving Miss Daisy.
Batman brings home the bacon for art direction.
Okay.
That might be it. Prince doesn't even win for best song.
How does Batman and Last Crusade not just sweep the Oscars with everything?
I don't understand it. Prince didn't even.
Sean Connery does.
Danny Elfman doesn't even get a nomination for best original score.
Are you kidding?
And
the iconic score.
Prince doesn't even get a fucking nomination for Bat Dance.
How does Robert Wool not get nominated for best supporting actor?
Best actor.
How does he steals every scene he's in?
Why wasn't the best actor that year between Robert Wool, Jack Nicholson, Michael Keaton, Michael Gough as Alfred?
Yes.
I mean, and then Daniel Day-Lewis for Why?
Why? That should have been
your best actor.
And then Daniel
No,
Day-Lewis.
I'm sorry. No, fuck Daniel Day-Lewis. Billy D. Williams. Billy D. Williams as Harvey Dent.
Harvey Dent. The Harvey Dent we never got to really see.
So it's the best actors that year should have been Nicholson, Keaton, Michael Gough as Alfred, Robert Wool, and Billy D. Williams as Harvey.
How do you decide?
Could you imagine if that's what they actually announced on nomination day?
Billy D. Williams like, I had 3 lines.
I was in there for 5 seconds. Fucking not supporting actor. And then wait a minute, time out. If we're gonna go, how was Glory not nominated for Best Picture?
That
a
wasn't even
joke.
Nominated, right?
It was not.
That's crazy.
Denzel was the only one nominated, and dude, you could have given
Broderick should have gotten a nomination.
Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman should have gotten a nomination.
And it wasn't even
But he was nominated in Driving Miss Daisy.
Yes, he was driving Miss Daisy. He got nominated. But the fact that Glory didn't get a nomination for Best Picture,
crazy.
You're going to give it to Dead Poet Society. Kind of cheesy, really.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't age well.
Yeah. Field of
so
Dreams
cheesy.
got a Best Picture? Field of fucking Dreams? Oh, man. It's not even about football. My Left Foot, all right. Born on the 4th of July, okay. Driving Miss Daisy, fuck that too. That
should have been a Batman Last Crusade sweep.
Glory. A Batman
And
Last Crusade Glory triple threat match was 89 Oscars. Oh, what
that guy that played Hitler in Last Crusade, how does he not get?
How does he not get the signing the book?
Just to fucking dress up like Hitler, you should get, I mean,
how does
the balls there.
Never got another gig again, I'm sure. How does Harrison Ford not get
How do you invite your family to the screening? You'll know me when you see me.
Just wait for it.
Did you get any pictures, like all set pictures? Just hanging out at Crab
just
Surf?
watch
No.
the movie, please. I don't want to talk about it. I'm in a Spielberg movie, okay? I had a scene with Harrison Ford. Just fucking watch. What? Why didn't Harrison Ford get nominated alone for the no ticket scene on the blimp? All right.
What are you going to do? He chose poorly the fucking night. He chose poorly night.
Why not him? Why not the fucking AT-AT captain? The guy who drove the fucking AT-AT?
Yeah.
Who was the villain?
General Veers.
General Veers? The fucking smoking hot blonde chick who, why the fuck wasn't she isn't anything else
Who's banging Connery
and Ford? Connery gets nothing. Fucking the guy. He'll blend in. Says anyone know English? Excuse me. Where's that? Anyway.
I mean, is there a more iconic line than he chose poorly?
He chose poorly. As the guy fucking melts. Again, one more
Anytime
time.
you see an old ragged dude and he walks by, you go, he chose poorly. You just always say it.
No.
That's what you say.
Again, I know we saved this for the radios, but can we fucking get the Cinesnob podcast on Rotten Tomatoes so we can start chipping away at these injustices?
Ugh. It's the deep state, man. Keep Cinesnob
It's exactly
off of Rotten Tomatoes because they have their own deep state agenda to keep
They really do.
Dead Poet Society ranked higher than Crocodile Dundee 2.
Or Batman.
Or
Last Crusade. How does Glory not get... That is insane.
That is
Glory
nuts.
doesn't get nominated. One of the greatest maybe one of the best war movies fucking ever. It's up there.
That's crazy.
One of the best Civil War movies fucking ever. Wait a minute. Are we really going to get mad here? Eddie, can I get hopping mad if you don't mind?
Get hopping.
Let me just see. Because if this wasn't
You
even
get up to almost grind some gears here. Some gears.
We're coming. I think, dude, I'm going to be fucking pissed.
What?
Oh, my God.
What?
Oh, my God. Glory wasn't even nominated for score. That amazing soundtrack with the Boys Choir of Harlem, I believe it was. Glory doesn't even get a score nomination. Holy shit. You're going to fuck James Horner like that, and you're going to fuck Danny Elfman for
They did them all dirty. They did them all dirty. You're not going to give Glory best What won
soundtrack?
best score?
The Little Mermaid.
I mean, it's Disney animation.
But you give it the song. Little Mermaid already won best song for Under the Sea. And now you're giving it best. Nobody remembers the soundtrack. They remember the fucking songs. Whew. Ooh, this is this is Eddie. This is about as hop and mad as I've ever
It's
gotten.
an injustice. An injustice for sure. All right.
Anyway, so back to the list.
Back to the brass tacks.
Back to the. I mean, I'm not happy right now. I'm not.
Okay. All right.
It's 1989. Boy, did the Oscars do us a disservice. I mean, I'm just gonna
Might be the
say,
shittiest Oscars of all time.
from what could have been.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Damian Bottriell, what's up,
Bots.
Ramblers? The legend killer is here. Damian Bottriell back from spitting in the face of Johnny Red Rocket and pushing him down a flight of stairs. He really went after. His Tolkien recovered from Bots' beating. I don't think so. My DC villain Hall of Fame goes to Raj Al Ghul, the leader of the League of Assassins.
Didn't see that coming.
For centuries, thanks to use of the Lazarus Pits, his ongoing plans to remake the world in his image to make him a great Moriarty to Batman's Sherlock Holmes. Eddie, who was your Hall of Fame?
I went with Joker.
I did too.
He is my favorite DC villain.
Yes, Luther's number 2, Joker's number 1.
Yeah, Luther's number 2. Yeah, I would put Luther number 2, but Joker's my favorite DC villain. Yeah. Most incarnations of Joker I've liked, except for that Joaquin Phoenix thing. But like all the other
great
incarnations of Joker,
I never saw
I've enjoyed.
What's his face, Jared Leto. Never saw that one.
Oh yeah, that's worse. That's worse than Joaquin's.
Except for the end of I did see him in the end of the
It's
Snyder Cut, but it was like 5 seconds.
But like Heath Ledger's great, Mark Hamill's great.
The Hams.
Fucking even what's his face from Batman 66? What's his?
Yeah,
I can't
Cesar
think.
Romero.
Cesar Romero, he's great. Jack Nicholson.
Great.
I mean, wouldn't shave his mustache to put the white paint on. He left his mustache on.
That is the most psychotic portrayal of the Joker.
That's worse than him cutting his lips up.
Yes, is he just
like Heath Ledger did?
He just paints over a mustache.
To paint over his mustache. That's a dude you do not fuck with.
I would not want to be anywhere near that guy. If I see a guy coming down the street
and he's painted over his mustache,
that's a villain.
Refuses to shave his mustache.
I'm not looking at that dude. I'm like, okay, bye-bye. Nope,
dude,
not talking
he will
to this
gut you like a fish.
It's over. Yeah, absolutely. So Ramble 331 is gonna be a tough hat, Eddie.
Oh. What?
Can you tell I came up with this at the last second? This was a 0 hour.
Okay. All right.
Honey, you're in. You can join in too. You can chime in as well. What? Wow, Andrea has never been this disappointed, I don't think.
Oh.
She just hit a wall. She just handed me a note. Can I read this to everyone? This is the Crown Season 5 spoiler, Eddie.
Okay.
Diana does not die at the end of this season. Wow.
Then why watch? Just turn in next season.
Why? Just go to next season.
Just go to next
episode before, for fuck's sakes. Wow. All right, so Ramble 331. Who goes on the Hall of Fame hat, Eddie? For famous goth people. What goth? What goth wears the hat into the hall?
That's a broad category.
That's a broad category, the goths. Do we go... What? Do we go late 90s Hardy Boys? I mean, were they gothed out.
They were goth.
Late 90s Hardys were... And just... OG goth with the chain wallets and the fucking the stupid pants, the baggy black denim pants. Trent Reznor?
Yeah.
I mean,
I got a lot of research to do on this. That's a broad topic.
Right. Nothing just comes out. Nothing just
No one just
out.
smack. There's no just like, oh, that one.
That one. And I think the biggest problem is we don't have like a goth newscaster.
Yeah.
Like, if you know what I mean, if there was, like, if Katie Couric were goth.
Yeah, if we had
in the
someone.
Mid to late 90s, that's like, shit. If she just had, like, the black lipstick and the fucking.
Dark hair.
Brian Gumbel's just like, what the
pale white face.
Brian Gumbel's like, what am I doing? Gumbel's just sitting there like, the fuck is going on? Katie Couric goth. So okay. Ramble to get those. We only had 2 emails today. I'm not mad at the Ramblers.
That's all right. Oh.
Well, we didn't have to. We only had 2 entrants. Two Ramblers cared to email with entries.
Well, you know.
So now it's time Open, close, encore. The Black Crows.
Okay.
The American Dream. Dustin Jacobs says you have to open with Hard to Handle. Boyfriends and friends may come by the dozen, but that ain't nothing but 10-cent lovin'. Hey, little thing, let me light your candle, because mama, I'm sure hard to handle now. Yes, I am. You close with Remedy. You encore with Descending. Damian Botriel. Bots. You open, close, encore. You open with Hard to Handle. You close with Remedy. They encore with Nothing, because those are the only 2 songs of theirs that I know. All right, the Bots. That's
honest.
Fine.
It's honest.
Honest. Bots ain't going to lie to you.
No, not the Legend Killer.
No, the Legend Killer. And he just killed another one. He just killed the Black Crows.
He just took them down.
The Southern Stones. He just fucking took out the Southern Rolling Stones like that. The Southern Stones, Montreal. God, who's he not putting through a table? I mean, fuck. Montreal, he already put Tolkien through a table. He super kicked Tolkien through the barbershop window. Now
he's going to throw the Black Crows off the top of the steel cage.
He
might.
Boom.
Just throw the whole band right off.
Almighty, they've killed him.
He's broken them all in half.
Bots has broken him.
Bots has broken the Black Crows in half.
See, Eddie, I have him open with Remedy.
Okay.
I have him close with my favorite Black Crow song, Thorn in My Pride.
Okay.
And then you encore with Baby, I'm sure hard to handle now. It's What did you do, buddy?
I open with Hard to Handle.
Oh, shit.
I close with Remedy.
Woo!
And then I encore with Wiser Time.
Oh, shit. That's a little deeper cut there.
Yeah, a little deeper cut.
For the great. You know, Crows are a good fucking band. You know, we're going to keep this goth train a chugling, Eddie.
Okay.
Next, Ramble.
Yeah.
What? Wood.
Mm-hmm.
9 Inch Nails.
Oh, okay.
Open, close. And encore with.
And they could also be the Hall of Fame hat. We don't even, like, that's what this could do. This could be the Hall of Fame hat plus, I mean, it's just.
It's like when 2 titles are up in the same.
This is WrestleMania 6.
Yeah, this is it. This is for 2. Man. By the way, I knew Hogan was going to lose before that when the Intercontinental title was. I'm like, not going to give that to fucking
Why would you
Hogan.
Why would you give Hogan a mid-card?
Why is he getting this? You knew right then and there it was going.
Yeah.
To nuts. What's his nuts? Here we go.
Reading books,
Reading
right?
books, playing video. Bring that pussy over here, Eddie. We're reading books and playing games. The American Dream, Dustin Jacobs. I am reading There's Just One Problem by Brian Gerwitz. Though a lifelong Mets fan, this guy can actually put a sentence together. Oh, God.
Wow.
Wow, the American Dream taking a shit on Mets fans. Brian, I forgot. He's a Braves guy. I forgot. That's like...
Yeah.
That there's Cowboys Commanders over in baseball.
They are rivals.
Yeah, Brian talks about his life as a WWE writer in the Attitude Era and the eventual defection to the Rocks Company's $7. Good for a laugh, to say the least. Apparently, when Stone Cold talks shit about writers, he's talking about Brian. It was Brian's idea to have Austin lose to Brock Lesnar. Meanwhile, he's the Rock's best bud. Politics are fun. Wow, look at that.
Wow.
Damian Botriel. Bots? I've never played any of the God of War, but with all the hype for the new game Ragnarok, I decided to dust off the PS3 and play the remastered original game. It's been a blast, but also a readjustment to play a game from the PS2 era. Haven't really read anything this past week, so I'll use this time to gush about Andor. Holy shit, the Prison Break episode was a masterpiece. I remember when the show was announced, I was like, really? The dude from Rogue One? Okay, I guess. I didn't expect much going in, but what we have gotten is a masterclass in world building and storytelling. It may be my favorite Star Wars in the Disney era. It's my favorite Star Wars anything. I've said it. It's that,
and it can only be made that great because we do not have. It's almost the same situation with Mandalorian, but Mandalorian was a completely created character by Jon Favreau, and they were able to write that story. But this one, you knew who Andor was, but now you can build this. It's not these beloved characters. There's so much pressure on to make.
You don't have to make Boba Fett the Disney princess that they did. You don't have to in this. I'm still playing Castlevania Symphony of the Night. I did start God of War Ragnarok. It's fucking amazing so far.
Nice.
Man, I think that might be something to invest in for Colton.
I might look at maybe for a little Christmas
PS4,
present.
But I think it'll play on the PS5.
Okay.
And it's a masterpiece. I told you about the first one.
Yeah.
And the big reveal at the end.
Yeah.
Oh, and this one is...
Does it pick up right where it left off?
Basically.
Okay.
Yeah, you have So
Maybe
I
a
told
little
you about
Christmas
the end
gift
credit
idea.
scene.
Yeah, yeah.
I told you about the end credit scene of the first game, right?
Yeah.
So you do a couple of quick little things just to kind of get a feel for the controls, and then bam, Thor shows up. It's woo! And these are like the only thing I wonder about. Like, I think it'd be interesting for Colton because here you get to see the gods for how they actually were portrayed in mythology. They're just fucking assholes.
Yeah.
Right? They are just...
They're gods, and we're peasants. We're insects.
Yes, they are just pieces of shit. It's amazing. So yeah, there we go. Still playing, on my Twitch stream, the Castlevania Symphony of the Night, Overwatch 2 a little bit. The game Fist, based on the Stallone movie. A lot of good. Xenoblade Chronicles 3, I got to finish.
Nice.
There's a lot going on here. Eddie, you reading anything?
I'm still reading Kang Dynasty.
Oh, how is it?
Good. It's fucking good. I can't wait to see the stuff they pull out to make into the movie. It's gonna be good. And then I still keep rocking Tetris on my Game Boy Advance.
Nice. Now,
why not?
I thought you might be reading the tweets of sad Eagles fans just for a laugh right now. I thought you might be. Let's get into this real quick. How fun was that dethroning the only unbeaten team in the NFL?
It's so much
Philly.
So much fun. I almost want the Eagles to go 16-1.
Wait, but you play them again, don't you?
No, we already played them. They beat us earlier. So I almost want them to go 16. Get bounced out of the playoffs early. But just after that final game of the the regular season, they're like, we're 16-1. I'm like, yeah, but who'd you lose to?
This is the only problem. It's mathematically impossible for this to happen, I think. But I think I got a better best case for you.
What?
They go 16-1 and then lose to the Commanders in the wild card round.
That would be even better.
But it can't happen because if they go 16-1, they're getting a bye. That's the only problem.
Yeah. They're gonna.
But it would still be funny if you all make the wild card and advance, and their first playoff game they lose to you again.
But Washington does this every season. They always have that one game. They did it last year when they beat the Buccaneers. No one thought they were going to beat the Buccaneers and Tom Brady.
No one thought they were going to beat the Cowboys 2 Thanksgivings ago.
Yeah, and 2 years ago when they beat the Pittsburgh Steelers, that were 11-0.
Yep.
And they did that too. So every year they have one of these games where it looks like they're garbage and the other team's the best team in the league and Washington beats them. They do that every season.
So do you think? Is that what is keeping Rivera's job? Is that he can pull out these miracle wins when they shouldn't?
The team, for as bad as sometimes the play calling is under Scott Turner, and as much as I hate Jack Del Rio for professional and personal reasons,
they play hard for this guy.
Rivera, they play hard for Rivera. They don't quit for Rivera.
They love their coach, man.
They do. So
and he's a player's coach.
I don't know if they're ever going to be a Super Bowl contender with him, but they're never going to be a pushover team.
They're not going to be boring.
Yeah.
If you guys, and nothing against Heineke because he's fun, but if you guys had a better quarterback,
they got a great defensive front seven. They got probably, I could say, a top 3 receiving core in the league.
Yep. But again, you give you guys a better quarterback.
Yeah.
And I don't know, buddy. Who's stopping you? I'm talking about like you're a playoff team.
Yeah,
like
if they just had like a consistently top 10 quarterback, they have they have all the other pieces. But
So what do you? Okay, right now you're the GM. Okay, what are you looking to do if everything stays the same with this team? Right? They actually have a not half bad year. Do you get what I mean?
They can win 8-9 games.
I think absolutely they can. What do you do
games.
next? What's the net? Is it a quarterback?
I
don't give a fuck. We're drafting a quarterback.
But I mean, what kind of quarterback are you gonna get if you win 8-9 games? You're not getting one of the top guys. So, and they drafted that guy Howell last year from North Carolina, who preseason the year before was projected like a top first round pick, and he fell to like the 5th round. So maybe that guy, your third stringer right now, is your guy. You don't know.
Can I throw my fix Washington suggestion?
Okay.
And I'm not saying fix. I'm just saying if I'm a Washington fan, Eddie, I'm going. Okay. You ready for this?
Okay.
Because I don't think they're going anywhere this year. I give you Kyler Murray Yes or no? I say yes. Dude, what if Arizona cuts ties? They're like, look, it's not happening here. Dude, he would be fun.
You would have to get rid of Scott Turner as your offensive play caller.
Yeah, but wouldn't that be good news for you?
No, that'd be great news. But Turner is not a let me see who I got and I'll fit him into I'll make a system around my guy. He's more like
right.
He's like a Gruden where it's like this is my system. You got to play in my system.
I'm telling you, buddy, get fucking Kyler Murray.
Yeah, maybe.
That would be because I don't know, right? It seems like the honeymoon's kind of getting sour over there.
It does. I know they went all in for Russell Wilson last year, and thank God they didn't get him.
Yeah. Kyler Murray is a younger Russell Wilson.
Seems like it if you get with some good coaching and
yes,
yeah.
Dude,
seems like you could do it.
I'm just saying, man. I was watching Heineke and I thought, dude, imagine if this were Kyler Murray. I mean, they rattle off 6.
If Heineke had the physical tools of Carson Wentz, he'd be a top 5 quarterback.
He'd be a great quarterback. Absolutely.
He'd be a top 5 quarterback. If he had the physical tool, he just doesn't have the arm, and he floats passes up and they get picked off.
Right. I'm telling you, Kyler, that would be,
maybe.
As a Cowboy fan in your division, I would be so fucking scared of your team. If you added not saying him, but someone of his ilk.
Yeah.
Kyler Murray, because I think he's talented beyond belief.
Yeah.
He's just not gelling there for whatever reason.
Something's not. They're not synced up. The head coach and him are not.
I don't think his head coach is that good.
It's one of those like he's a young guy and everybody thinks he's innovative and like youth isn't always innovative.
Who's their fucking? It was the guy who was with Texas Tech, right? Is this Shanahan's kid? No, Shanahan's kid's the Niners, right?
Yeah, this is he used to be a quarterback with in Texas Tech
Lincoln
or something.
Riley or some
Kingsbury.
Cliff Kingsbury, the air raid guy.
Yeah.
Right. Give me Rivera over him any day of the week.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying. I'm putting that. I'm going to start this for you. I hope it happened. Kyler Murray.
Get it going. Hashtag it. Get it going.
Hashtag Kyler Murray Commander.
Commander Murray.
Commander Murray. There's the name.
Right?
Commander Murray. Oh, Eddie, it's time of the show where we rank the top 5. The American Dream, Dustin Jacobs. This was tough, man. Top 5 Wakanda Forever moments.
Oof.
His number 2. He only did 2. It got made despite the loss of its lead. And number 1, Ryan Coogler came back to direct it. Full disclosure, haven't seen the film yet. I'm sure it's fine. Dustin Jacobs.
Well, always honest.
Damon Batriel.
Bots.
Top 5. His number 5 was my honorable mention, and now I kind of regret it.
Okay.
I wish I put it higher. He says number 5, the Marvel Studios logo tribute to Chadwick Boseman. That was amazing.
Yeah.
Number 2, Okoye stressed about her makeup at the campus. Did not expect Okoye to be as funny as she was in a lot of those scenes. That was good.
Well, someone had to take place at Surrey because Surrey is no longer the comic.
No, the funny one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 3, Namor's origin story. Number 2, the showdown between Namor and Shuri. I loved how, as a Latino, they put a play on his name, Noah Moore.
Yes, that was great.
I was like, oh, duh.
He's the child without love. The child without love. No love or whatever.
No more. And Namor. Fuck. Number 2, the showdown. Number 1, Killmonger appears in the ancestral plane. I was very nervous. They were about to get a CGI T'Challa, and that would have fallen off. Killmonger was a nice surprise and played well to Shuri's emotions. Jerry might have to miss the next few Retro Roaches as work once again has assigned a new guy for me to train. Bots!
Come on, bots.
But it's okay, buddy. Hopefully it won't be too long because I'm really digging the Castlevania stuff. Thank you, buddy. See you guys next week. Damian Butcher. It's okay if you have to miss somebody. Don't you worry.
But you can also give him an RKO and then start watching Twitch.
Bam, and then Twitch. Not that hard.
That's all I'm saying.
I bet the RKO is it even that big in Australia? It might be innovative over there.
It could be.
This is tough, Eddie. Top 5 Wakanda. So you know my honorable mention.
Yeah.
My number 5.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go that scene where Namor gets his name when, as a child, he just obliterates those Inquisitors there, the Spanish
that was pretty good.
No, I'm sorry, not the Inquisitors, the Conquistadors. He just obliterates that little nest of Conquistadors. What was your number 5?
My number 5 was when Angela Bassett demotes Okoye.
Amazing.
I was like, I didn't see it coming.
Nope.
And the emotion from both of them. That was a great scene.
That scene made me want her to be the new Black Panther.
Me too. I was like, oh, are they going to go that way with it? And then she puts that spear in the ground and I'm like, that was one of the best scenes in the whole movie.
Yes, it was. That is, oh man. My number 4 was the chase where we're introduced to Ironheart. That was a great chase scene, I thought.
Yeah, that was a good scene. My number 4 is the attack on the boat at the beginning, when Namor's people attack the oil rig or whatever, and then you see Namor just fucking take that helicopter and you see his shadow with the little wings. I'm like, that's a great intro for Namor.
My number 3 was Shuri seeing Killmonger in the ancestral plane.
That was my number 3.
Look at this.
That was my number 3.
My number 2, Eddie, your number 4. Again, Angela Bassett's scene in front of the council. Nice. Incredible.
Nice.
What was your number 1? Or your number 2?
My number 2. What was my number 2? The opening. The funeral for
so good.
For Chad for King T'Challa. That was a great funeral, and they lifted the coffin up in the sky. That was a great funeral.
Fucking great. My number 2 was that was it. So my number 1. What else could have been for me? But your number 3 or number 4, I think it was, where Namor his introduction.
His introduction.
Yep. What was your number 1?
My number 1 was the opening title with making Chadwick Boseman
good.
Everything in Marvel. That was
and then just dead silence. And
that's no music,
and nobody did it. No one was coughing. Everyone was like, no. "Oh God,
yeah,
fucking amazing, so good." Well, what a ramble, Eddie. We did it. Next ramble 331 would be that number.
Gotcha.
We're gonna do what goth goes on the Hall of Fame hat for goths. What would Nine Inch Nails open, close, and encore with?
Who are also eligible for Hall of Fame hats.
For Hall of Fame. And then we're going to keep this, Eddie, with goth.
Okay.
Top 5. You ready for this?
Okay.
Vampires.
Ooh.
Top 5 vampires.
Okay.
There we go.
All right.
This is because we're still kind of spooky time.
Spooky times. A lot of pumpkins around still.
A lot of pumpkins still. It's pumpkin. If the pumpkins are out there,
it's pumpkin time.
Spooky time. Thank you for tuning into the Ramble. You know where to find Cody. Go do it. Cinesnob Podcast. You know where to find us. Go do it. Find us. Love us. All that good shit.
Yeah.
We're going to see you Friday for a Ramble Radio. So Cody will not be with us. He's got screenings all week, and he's going to help the former guy launch his campaign and all that.
Yeah, he's got to get that going now.
He's got to get that going. But hopefully Cody will be back next week. We saw a glimpse of him. It's all we can ask for now.
Yeah.
All right, we love you guys. Stay safe. Take care. We'll see you next time.
Bye.